Hello, my dear viewers. This is the Dukas Copy Webinar YouTube channel, and you are watching Forex Trading with Rakesh. Today is 23rd of January 2023. I'm your host. Well, who am I? I am just a technical analyst, and I mostly do my analysis based on the charts. Um, well, I'm an independent analyst and I have no connection with the Dukascopy Bank. But yes, I am the member of the community where there are very experienced traders, I will say. Why I'm mentioning this? Because whatever I am going to tell in this webinar or say, those views or those ideas are having no connection with the bank, Dukascopy Bank. Okay, these are my own views, and so please do not take them as trading advice from the bank. Okay, and what are we going to do in the next half hour? We will be trying to check all the major pairs and gold, silver and Brent oil. Also we will check the Bitcoin for some time and we'll see what are the key levels that can be of importance in the coming time, and we'll try to use them, try to use those levels into our trading. All right, at the end of the session I will be taking questions. If you have any, please ask them in the chat. I will try to answer them and clear your doubts if you have any. And lastly, everything I say in this live stream is only to increase your knowledge, okay, or to give you some information edge so that you can apply that information into your trading practices. But you have to do your own research before you put your money on the line. And with this, let us move on to the risk disclaimer, which is very important. Understand this risk disclaimer, it is very important. Hello MGA, welcome to the stream, bro. You are the one who is always there. I'm saying it in the positive sense because you are the only one who is actually encouraging me daily to keep coming back here in this live stream and do it for others also, because I sometimes feel like, oh, nobody is watching, but then I realize, oh, MJ is there, he will be there. So I need to go. Okay, MJ, thank you very much once again for joining the live stream, and let's proceed with the webinar. Maybe other friends of ours will be joining shortly. Okay, so first things first, we have the dollar index to talk about. Well, I'll not speak much of what I said, but I will just say that after this down move, I said it looks like there are buyers here, and before the dollar index sees next lows, it may still go and try to go to this area of 103.37 before it makes a move lower. Now the thing here is that if it makes a move to this point now, when I'm saying you now, right now, when we are talking, if it makes a move towards 103.37, then it will be a break of the structure, because right now the price made this low here, then this was the fresh low, okay, after this one. Maybe I will make a arrow like passion. This is a very good arrow. Okay, now you see this low here with this candle, this red candle, was like this low was made after this low, and between these two lows is this reaction high. Okay, now after this low and this low, this was the reaction high, this candle, and between this low and this low, oh sorry, no, I will just remove it. Between this low on 12th January and on 15th January, this was the reaction high. Between this low and this low, this was the reaction high. So if I mark it like this, Okay, just for the sake, it is 102.63 between these two lows. Guys, this is important. That's why I'm mentioning it again and again. This one, okay, I'm sorry about this. This is not going to work, so I need pencil. So this low and this low had the reaction high, which is this. That's why I have mentioned it here. Okay, 102.63. Now, if the price from here starts its move towards this area here and then comes back, then we cannot expect it to go below 101.48 area. No, not possible. Why? Because if the price goes from here to 103.37, then on the way up it has to break 102.63. Now, if it breaks 102.63, then it will be a break of the structure, which is downtrending structure, because while going down to this low, the market made this high, and if this high breaks, the structure will break. Why? Because this is what a downtrending structure looks like, and this is how it breaks. I will show you. See this: lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. As soon as the lower high breaks, like here in this case, as soon as this one breaks, the structure shifts, and when the structure shifts, we start looking for buying opportunities like this. All right, I don't know what is happening in the dollar, okay, fundamentally, but if I'm just speculating now, if the price moves from here to 103.37, then the structure of the market will break and we will start looking something like this. I will explain right now, and then we will start looking for something like this, maybe. Okay, getting my something like this. If it breaks, it will definitely stop here because this is the resistance. But if it has to change the structure, it will take the support at the recently broken resistance. Okay, this was the resistance, that's why this was the fall. Okay, so this is the resistance, and if this resistance is broken, this will turn into support. Now this is an idea. I'm not saying that it is definitely going to happen, but I'm just saying that if it breaks and goes back to 103.37, then it will definitely keep going up. All right, on the contrary, if it has to go down, it cannot break 102.63. so what you can do, you can use this rise as a selling opportunity, right? But if it breaks up above 102.63, then don't look for a selling opportunity, then look for a buying opportunity. Okay, this is all I want to say. Oh, Clara is here. Hello, Clara. Hello, boss. Oh, I'm not boss. But thanks, I will take it as a compliment. So you got the idea, right? I just hope, because by the time you will answer yes, we got the idea, it will already be 30 seconds because my stream is delayed. I don't know why. I want this stream to be real time, like just 5 seconds real time, but I don't know why it is 30 seconds more. But anyways, let's proceed further. So idea, the broad idea about the dollar index. Now I am keeping it blank. Okay, why I'm keeping it blank? Just to give you something, the food for thought. Dollar is possibly going up again. I'm writing it. Okay, dollar is possibly going up again, but we are not buying below 102.65. is it? I'm just giving you an idea. I think it was 102.65. 102.63. okay, so I'm keeping it here maybe for the time to come. Yes, earlier I was saying that I'm not buying dollar below 105.39 because this was the low between these two lows. Sorry, this was the high between these two lows. Okay, Okay, this was also high, but I had noted these two lows. Okay, because this was not a swing low. So this low and this low had this high, and after this low now the market has made this low, so I'm taking this low. So this idea is negated. That's why I have removed it. So you have to keep updating your chart as the new lows are formed. Okay, now if I say in other words, suppose there was a selling pressure. So if the selling pressure started from here, then it kept on selling like this, and now it can still continue. I'm not denying it, it can still continue. But if it does not continue and it breaks this recent reaction high, that means selling pressure is reduced. Now it can only be reduced with the increase in buying pressure. Now if the buying pressure has increased, then after the retest of this resistance, it will try to take some support at this area. This is the possibility. Alright guys, 12 minutes for the dollar index is sufficient. Let's move on to the euro and see how we can plan a trade this week in the euro. Now those who are with me like from this last week when I started streaming again, do you remember something when I said that this black line is my monthly line, and I am expecting actually this to breach, sorry, the price to breach this to some extent, almost to the extent of 1.0936 area. This is where I want the price to come back. If you have not if you have forgotten, I'm sorry about that, but this is our idea. This is exactly how the price is behaving now. Now those who are trading on the higher time frames like monthly, I'll show you what is happening on monthly. Those who are trading on the monthly, they have seen that this trend line is, which was a valid trend line because it had held the support for 3 times, is getting tested here, and now it is also testing this horizontal level of 1.0931. okay, why it was important, I don't know. Well, I have marked it, I think, on the weekly. Yeah, weekly, on the weekly. Yeah, the high of this was 1.09362. So this was an important level for me, and now the price is again reaching that area. So I said if the price goes to this area, it will be a confluence of resistance, and here price can get rejected and come back to 1.0699 and maybe even break it and push the prices down. Now see on the weekly, after this break lower, the price has not tested this line ever. This may be the first retest, and if the price breaks above it, then it will be very bullish for the euro against the dollar. But in my mind, I am thinking that this can only be a retest and push back. Now the circumstances, fundamentally, I don't know whether they exist or not for the euro to get a sell-off against the US dollar. I don't know. For this, the dollar has to be stronger than the euro. Now if I come back to the idea of us thinking that dollar may break 102.63 and then eventually can continue higher, it aligns with this idea of the euro going short against the US dollar. So the both of the ideas will fall in line if we are right about the dollar index, right or wrong. But I am not saying that the dollar is definitely going to rise, but if it rises, then the euro will also break the market structure, breaking through this low and descend to 1.0699. In that case, we will become sellers in the euro against the US dollar. But that makes a lot of sense, right or wrong? Yes or no, guys? That makes a lot of sense, because this is the confluence of the resistance. Okay, this will always be acting as a resistance if the price approaches this area from the bottom. But in this sell off from here, from the recent resistance, if the price breaches this low, I will mark this with the blue line. I'm talking about 1.0766 area. If this is broken, even if it is broken for say 1 day, or I will say not 1 day, but even if it is breached, the market structure will break and we will be looking for the selling opportunities, right? just like the dollar index did somewhere here, um, somewhere here. Okay, like it broke the support and then it became the resistance like this. So let's go back to the euro. So similarly, something like this is what I'm expecting in the euro now. Okay, this may happen, and if that happens, we will become sellers. On the contrary, whatever I say is not always true. There are but always two possibilities. One is what I say is going to happen. Second is what I say will not happen. These are the only two possibilities, guys. There is only yes or no. But in the both scenarios, we have to track and trade only when the risk is minimum. Now, suppose the price goes below this, we will not become sellers immediately. We'll wait for the price to push from this support to this resistance area, and we will become sellers in this area with a small stop loss higher and take profit target at 1.04823. In this case, our probable risk to reward ratio will be 40, because the price will start making lower highs and lower lows. Got it? Clara, are you with me? Do you understand this analysis? Because you have been with us for now, I will say, a long time. It has been more than a month that you have been joining us for the webinars. What do you say? Do you understand the type of things that I talk about here? Or do you still? Okay, you understand. All right, good. But you see, these things happen at a very own pace. They are very slow to develop. Trades are very slow to develop, but they are accurate. I will show you in the next maybe next couple of majors or whatever we are going to talk about. So yes, these are the two scenarios. One scenario is that the price will behave as we are thinking. The other scenario is it will break to the upside. Okay, other scenario I will share with you. Other scenario is that it will go up. Will we become buyers if the price goes up? Answer is no. We wait for the price to come back to this broken support, I mean broken resistance, to act as a support, and then we become buyers here, close to our levels only. We have some levels marked on the charts, and these levels I just did not, okay, this is one level, this is second level. No, these levels I have marked after a very careful study. Okay, so these levels are where the price tends to react. These are the levels where the price tends to react. In the past I had some levels, but now I am only dealing with one level up above the current price and one level below. This is sufficient to talk. Okay, so you got the idea about the euro. If it goes above 1.0936, we become buyers, but we anticipate for a higher low to be formed here. And if the price comes below 1.0766 area, then we expect the price to retrace back to this area again, to this, to act as a resistance, and then we sell short with the target of 1.0482. This is what we are expecting in the future. Okay, so right now, what is price doing currently? Today it is giving us a bearish engulfing at the resistance zone. This is a zone of resistance, guys. This is all resistance zone. Okay, at the resistance it is giving us a bearish engulfing, and we are definitely expecting the price to go down for some time. It can go to 1.0766, and in the event of going down, if it breaches this level and go to 1.0699, then the market structure will be broken and we will be looking for the short positions. This is in a nutshell. Okay, now Great Britain pound. Now Great Britain pound has also tested 1.2446. Now for those of my friends who are new here and who thinks that I'm just chit chatting, I don't know anything, this is for them. This level we had marked only after seeing at this level. You might be thinking, okay, oh, yes, let's mark the previous. No, okay, this is not that level. We have also seen the past and then we mark these levels. All right, we did not mark this level, we did not mark this level. Yes, this was also actually marked, but still these are the important. So what I mean to say is that if you plan your trades close to these proximities, you will get a very good risk to reward ratio, and in the long run you will be mostly profitable. Now this was the level on the top. Does it mean that I become a seller here and reap the profits of this red candle? No. The simple answer is, if the market structure is up, we are not looking for any short trades. Okay, there is very less chance of us to be a successful trader if we are trading against the trend. You don't want to swim the upstream, right? You want to swim the downstream with the stream. Whatever benefit that you can get from your trading, from your ideas, from your macros, you should get it. Now I'm just asking you one question. In this up move, how many are the red candles in this up move? 1, this is doji. 2, only 2 red candles. Now for some reason, if you start selling at this resistance here, you fail. If you start selling at this resistance here, you fail. So multiple times you get your stopped out. But if you wait for all this time, okay, all this time, if you wait and you buy after this bullish engulfing, okay, you can carry your trade to this area. Just saying, okay, one thing. From here, whenever the market structure shifts, you become the buyer and you will not be having any problem with all these red candles, because you know where is going to be a stop loss. Okay, even if you buy at this this candle, you will know your stop loss is going to be here. You can ride all this wave, but yes, you have to adjust your position size. Even if the price goes against you 200 to 300 points, you should not be stopped out. All right, stopped out, I means your account should not be busted. So you have to adjust your position size in such a manner that even if your stop loss is hit, you should not lose more than 1% of your entire equity. Keep this in mind. This is a game that will never stop. So why only put one bet and lose everything? No, put one bet, ask for more than whatever you have bet, at least 3 times more. All right, so that's a nutshell again, guys. GBP USD is what we were talking about. I hear we have seen a bearish engulfing on the Euro USD. If anywhere price closes anywhere between the low of this candle and anywhere between below the low of this candle, which is 1.08611, it will be a proven bearish engulfing. On the GBP USD, it is not bearish engulfing, but it is even worse than that. It has broken the low of last to last candle. It has filled this gap. So if you go on the lower time frames, you will definitely see the change in the market structure. You see, in the 4 hours, would you agree it is now forming a range? What are you talking about? A euro? No. No. There is no range formation. There is, I will say, there is accumulation now. Okay, I will show you one thing. You see, when the market made this high, the price started going nowhere. It was not going higher than this. It was not going lower than this. In fact, lower than this. So it started moving like in a symmetrical triangle. Okay, but here it was breakout. It made higher high than this one, and now it is breaking lower. At least it is breaking and okay, before this high and this high, the lowest low that price has formed is this. So I will mark this low also here. We have to see 1.2312 or below. No, it's not making range. But you can say yes, because the 4 hour is a much bigger time frame than the 1 hour and 15 minutes. In that case, I will say MGA, it is a formation of a range, but I feel that 2300 to 2446, this is a very small range for GBP USD to go out of it. Think about it. It's only 133 points and it moves more than that in a single day. Right now it looks like a range, but maybe tomorrow it will break to the lower side or the upside. Yes, it is a range. It's a range. Okay, but it will eventually break, and by the breach of this low, you are thinking that the market structure is shifted. No, because between this high and this high, this was the biggest low. I mean the lowest low. Okay, so this needs to be broken for the market structure to shift. But if it has to continue, you can just pull out your RSI and you will see that there will be some hidden divergence. See, the market has made a lower low in the RSI, but the market overall has not made any lower low. So this is called the hidden divergence. And when something like this happens, the market tends to go in the similar direction where it was going. There is a possibility that it will continue further above 1.2446. Just saying, okay? This is a hidden bullish divergence, we call it. When the indicator comes lower, it makes a fresh low, but the price fails to make another low. Okay, but I don't use these indicators anymore because I don't want to confuse you guys, but you just understand that this is a hidden bullish divergence only after the candle is closed, and now it has already left only with few minutes and I don't see it breaking below this low. So yes, it is a hidden bullish divergence, guys, and it looks like pound is going to go up from here, but I'm not saying you buy it right now. Okay, please do not do it. You can just write it on your charts that you want to observe the pound. There was a bullish hidden divergence on the 4 hour. What happens after this? You can write it on your charts. You want to observe what Rakesh said in divergence on GBP USD. All right, guys. How I trade this bullish hidden divergences, I can teach you, but I don't think that it is required to take every trade. So when I have a bullish hidden divergence, what I do is I make a channel joining the highs and the lows. Okay, and on the higher time frames I check the divergences, and on the lower time frames I mark this channel. As soon as this channel breaks on the upside, I become a buyer. Okay, so now say if the price goes like this, boom, I want to be a buyer here. It makes a lot of sense to me. All right, guys, but in this process it should not have broken this low. Always remember, in this down move it should have held this low always. Okay, guys, with that said, if I ask you about what is the resistance and support, now you can tell me clearly. I will be asking, okay, after a few days I will be asking you questions. Now where do you find support and resistance? So now resistance is around this area of 1.2446, or you can say the high of this candle, which is about 1.2447. You can actually adjust it to like this, 1.2447, and on the lower side we have a support of 1.2312. Okay, this is a very good support. If it breaks, we become sellers in this one. Australian dollar, it was weak today, but eventually it went up. Now I want to show you this on the 4 hour. You see what happened today? Oh no, it was day before yesterday, I think. Now I think on Friday, no, on Thursday, yes, on Thursday I think I was doing this webinar, and we have seen that on the daily there was a bearish engulfing. Okay, before that there was a bearish engulfing, and we had already told about this level. It may be respected, and if you don't remember, you can check it out. Okay, like I said, that 0.7002 cannot be broken in the first instance. Looking at this resistance in the past on this level, we have shown you already in the one of the webinars, and look at what happened at 0.7002. Well, it came all the way up to 0.6869 area, which was the previous support, and now it is going back. Now this up move here, you can actually you can also say it is a head and shoulder. Actually, there are multiple head and shoulders building up here. I will show you three at least right now in front of my eyes. Okay, I'm showing you from the bottom. When it was going down, it made a head here, and then it was like this. Okay, you see something here? No. So this was a shoulder, head, shoulder two, boom, broke. Okay, this is one. Now after that you see, when the price started from here, it made this one shoulder, boom, head, then another shoulder, and then break, and then a retest, and then it is trying to go up. In case you are thinking the way I'm thinking about this one, then this is your inverse head and shoulder number 2. But this is not all. I can see a bigger picture here, just like the hawk from the sky can see. You will always be able to see when you are zoomed out. So when the price was going down from here, it made a low here, then it made a reaction high here. From here, the price made a head, and now it is about to go this area. I think, yes, it is already approaching this area. After approaching this area, this may go down again to this area, okay, and then it can move like this. I'm not saying that it is exactly what is going to happen, but it makes a lot of sense to me after looking at the chart. Do you think this can be another head and shoulder? Well, there are so many patterns within the patterns. This is what I'm expecting here, because I don't think that 0.7136 will be broken in the first instance. At least the price will have to come back to 7002 area again to look it as a fresh support, because it was a very good resistance. So I am expecting the price to reverse from here only, but it will be much better if the price comes back to 6915, 6869, and even to 6728 or 6668 area. Then it will be a very symmetrical pattern, and the symmetrical patterns tend to behave, tend to give better results as compared with the less symmetrical patterns. This is what I am expecting. And also you can see now clearly the Australian dollar has started going up. Now this again is in line with the dollar index. If it starts going up from here for some reason, then the Australian dollar will start going down from here and break the market structure. Okay, it will start its down move. This is one scenario. The other scenario is the dollar keeps going down. In that case, Australian dollar will keep going up, and yeah, it will keep going up. But for some instance, if the dollar starts going up for some time to 103.37 and then goes back, then Australian dollar can fall from here for some time and then go up. Then it will be our better head and shoulder breakdown. But if you ask me only for today, where is the support? 0.7002 is the very good support for us, and the resistance is 0.7136. If you look at the lower time frames, like on the 1 hour, after this break of 0.7002, this time the market has not tested it again. So I'm expecting the market to test this level again and then push up. It can happen on the intraday, it can happen on the daily candle, it doesn't matter. But the price has to come back to this area after closing higher. It has to come this area and find it as a fresh support and then go up to 0.7136. Alright guys, the New Zealand dollar is actually moving on the similar lines now. 0.6513 was the previous resistance, just like the Australian dollar. It has not tested the previous high. Okay, although there was a bearish engulfing on this one, but here there was a bearish pin bar. It has also not tested that previous high and is moving in towards that resistance zone of 0.6513. There is a possibility that it will revert back from here to 0.6371, but also it can continue further. And if it continues after this small resistance at 0.6552, it can move all the way up to 0.6732. But if the dollar index starts rising, the dollar gets any buying, which I'm actually expecting from here. It has already shed a lot of I think the dollar has already shed a lot from 114 to 101.48, although I am expecting it to settle around 95 to 96. Here I'm expecting the dollar index to settle around this area. You see, if you take out the volume profile from all the way up to here, okay, all these years, the dollar has been traded maximum at 96.71. So I'm actually expecting the price to settle in the 96 to 97 area somewhere. For that it has to break below, but that will happen today. I cannot say it. I mean, today means this month or the next month. No, for the dollar to go back to that area, it has to breach these support areas. To breach these support areas, it has to be bought back and then come heavily as the fresh sellers try to push it down below 101.48. Yes, the dollar will, I think, continue go down till 96 to 97 area, and for that I'm now coming back to the New Zealand dollar. The New Zealand dollar may start an up move towards 0.6732 and maybe even higher. Only the time will tell. But right now the resistance is at 0.6513 and the support is at 0.6371. Dollar yen from here. Okay, now some may be thinking, okay, the dollar is trying to push above 131.38, so this becomes a buy. No, my friends, this does not become a buy. This is how you get manipulated in the market. There are multiple. Okay, I have decided I will not be trading channels on the daily chart at least, so we will be only talking about the market structure. I don't know market structure. Let's know what is it. Okay, volume profile is one of the few indicators I rely upon. When do you use it? MJ, I just took it out to find out where which level the maximum volumes were traded. I actually don't use it for any other thing that I have used just now in front of you, just to find out where there were most of the contracts exchanged. That's it. So till now the market structure was down. Here it tried to go up, but no, after this break of this low it came again here. Now these two are the major lows and highs, I will say. Okay, so I will stop here. And now this is not my high that I want to be broken. So you see, these are the things. These are the two things now. Do you see any I mean anything that I have missed here? No, because if you say, okay, this is new low, no, this is not new low, this is new high, no, this is not new high. Before making this low, this was the low. Okay, and this was the reaction high that is there between these two lows. So now this is not our reaction low, reaction high. Now this becomes our reaction high. Okay, so we need this reaction high to be broken to for the price to move up, or this low to be broken for the price to move down. So we are now in a range of 134.77 to 127.21. The price can continue moving here and there or whatever time it wants, but I think to make a better image we need a channel. I'm sorry guys, just to make a better image. Okay, because if this channel breaks here, we will have an idea in advance that the dollar is going up or may try to go up above 134.77, and then we can be ready with our with our weapons and with our snipers to shoot it. Okay, but I am expecting a sell off from here. Let us see how the things unfold. But USD JPY has a resistance at 134.77 and a support at 127.21. Of course it has other supports and resistance levels like this one here. Okay, but I am not interested in this one because break of this level gives me no information. So I have just removed this level so that you don't trade around this level. All right, I have intentionally removed that level because I don't want that to be traded by us, because we are expecting these two levels to be traded and in the manner, if the price goes above it, simple guys, now you know, I don't even have to draw it. If the price goes above it, becomes buyers with the stop loss below this, and if the price goes down, we become seller close to this with a small stop loss above. US dollar against the Canadian dollar, well, it has again moved into the range, so we are not trading. USD CAD is behaving very unnaturally. So like I said, that it is going below this support, going above this support, going below this support, going above, going below. So it is not moving away from the levels that we want. So I will just not say anything about the USD CAD. Just I will say that stay away from this because it is not moving as of now, and you don't want to put your money in the market which is not moving. Talking about the USD CHF, a lot of hodgepodge here, but you see at the retest of 0.9100, which we were expecting to be tested on 27th of January, as we know that this is going to be a very good confluence of support. One is this horizontal and one is this channel. But yes, it has already acted as a support, and now the price is moving toward 0.9271. This area may become resistance, or 9372 can become resistance, but before these two areas are fetched, there is a channel's resistance line. I think becoming a buyer in this market is not a good idea because the structure is down. And if you want to go short, maybe you want to go short at the retest of this channel's upper line, or at least at the retest of this here on 10th of February. Or otherwise, best thing is, because this is also not moving in a very good manner, although it is going down, but the movement is not so good. It is breaking the structure, then again breaking it downwards. So why not to stay away from this market? Because we have seen the markets which are moving nicely. So why to trade such a market, right, guys? Stay away from this market also. I mean, why not to stay away? We have further, we have good moves coming up in the euro and the pound later this week. So you please make sure that your accounts are ready to grasp those moves. Okay, stay away from the USD CHF, guys, please. Silver, we were buyers in silver as of now, as of today, I will say. Even okay, this red candle looks like it is a break of the structure, right? Yes or no? This looks like a break of structure to you? I want to answer. I want to get the answers from my friends who are watching, if there is any. Has the structure broken because it has breached these lows, or it has not broken? I just need an answer from my friends. Who can tell me? Has the market structure broken, or is it still uptrend? I will continue after getting your answers. So the market structure is broken. No, the market structure is not broken yet. Why? I will tell you why. This was an uptrend, right? This was an uptrend. This is how you mark the structures. After making this high, the price made this low, and then it made this high. The market structure broke to the downside. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, MJ. The market structure broke to the downside here. I did not notice it. I was thinking that, okay, I'm sorry, MJ. Yes, the market structure was broken here, but and till yesterday I was saying that we are buyers in this one. No, we are sellers. So we would have been looking for a selling opportunity, and this is another leg lower. So expect something like this now, guys. Expect something like this. Yes. Sorry, MJ. I was wrong. I did not notice that this low had this high before. But otherwise, if there had not been this, okay. I was thinking that it is like this. No, it is not like this. You're right. So the market structure broke here with this downfall, and you see this high was not higher than this high. I'll show you like this. Okay, this high is here and this is lower. So those who wanted to go short, they accumulated their positions here, boom, accumulated again, boom. So it is a breakdown, and now expect further move down. This is what I am expecting. Okay. Now you may be thinking, no, 23.12 is giving us a good accumulation, or you say buyers are jumping in. No, buyers are not jumping in. Okay. The problem is that there was so much of sell-off that somebody has to cover their position, and suddenly they have overpowered the sellers. Okay, just for time being. I think you will get better selling opportunities in this one. How you can get that? If you really want to go short in this, okay, this is how you get the selling opportunities at 50% or maybe at 62%. The choice is yours. All right, guys. So we have support 23.12. We have resistance at 24.54. What is happening in the gold? Okay, gold is trying to go lower on the 4 hour. Let me check what is the structure. Well, mm, 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 the structure was broken here only. So the structure on the 4 hour was broken in this one also, and it is trying to make lower highs and lower lows. So guys, yes, there is a possibility that the price can continue down from here. You can even see a single candle, I think, up to 1875. That is just my this thing, because on Monday the move was not much, but it gave us an idea what is going to happen tomorrow and day after. So there is an expectation of the price going to 1875 in this market, I'm saying. On the upside, it can go to 1998, but for that I need some surprises, because the market structure is broken, and it has broken in the last 4 hours, which I will say was the US session. And if the US candidates want the market to go down, I don't think Asia and London can take it up. That is just my personal view. But let us see how the things unfold today. Tomorrow and day after. And for one more information to my dear viewers, that on 26th of January, this is the Republic Day of India, and I will not be able to stream on 26th of January. And also this happens to be the birthday of my daughter, and I will be enjoying my evening with her. So please forgive me for that. I will not be able to stream on that day, and I hope that you all understand, and I will be updating that with my moderators of the channel, please. Thank you. So yeah, 1916 is the immediate support, but we are looking for breach and break of that support and test of 1875. On the higher side, we have 1998 as the next resistance, guys. Looking at the Brent I think is going up for 99.53 now. I'm just hoping it. Okay, it is happening almost. Why? Because this double bottom breakout has already occurred. MGA, this can be your trade. I'm not saying it on some channels point of view, but since you are very good viewer of mine, I think you can consider this. Okay, I'm not saying that you buy at the current levels, because this is still a zone of resistance. Above this high here, this was around 89.87. If you mark this 89.87, you see, then after this to almost to this area, this is a very small resistance. This is a good resistance, 99.53. So at least from 89.87 to this high of 96.92, we don't have enough of the resistance, okay, on the way up. So what you can do is, actually you can track it for maybe 1 or 2 days. If something like this happens, then you can open your buy positions here, because this is going to be a very good support. Why? Broken resistance becomes support, broken resistance of the rising channel becomes support. Okay, so broken, this I will say, what is it called, double bottom, boom, becomes support. So you have multiple reasons for your trade to continue in the direction of 99.53 if it breaks higher than this area of 89.87. okay, in fact I will also be buying this in the live stream if possible, or I will buy in this account, which we had already taken one trade and we have lost that trade. I'm sorry for that. That was not planned trade, GBP JPY, if you remember. But this is attracting me. This is giving me an intuition that the Brent is going towards 99.53. Also notice that how this falling channel has been broken. Clearly falling channel has been broken. So it makes a lot of sense to look for a buying opportunity in this one. I'm not asking you to buy at the current levels, because I'm thinking that this is a zone of resistance. Still, once it crosses that zone of resistance, you should become a buyer in this at the retracement. I hope you understand this, MG, because you have been with me for a long time. So USD ZAR here, those who think after this red candle that we are going towards 16.689, I'm sorry guys, the market structure has shifted from here. Boom. Now you will see only higher highs and higher lows until and unless the market structure is shifted towards the downtrend again. So since the market structure is up, we are expecting only high targets. 17.4303 is what we are looking for in this week, in this one. Okay, after that 17.56735 and maybe even higher. Even from this up move, I think this will be only 38%. Just asking. Let us see. Actually, we should not mark from this one to this one, but still on the weekly it is. Okay. All right. I don't have 38%, but I want to see that. What, how you mark it? Where is the settings? Edit levels. So I want add one level, that is 38.2, is it? But I will say 38%. Okay. Okay. So it is 38 to 50%. Okay, my Fibonacci's are not good, that maybe. Or it is from this one. Whoa. No. From here. Boom, 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 boom. It's okay. I'm just removing it. But you understand, yeah? It is going to go up. Fibonacci's are not aligning with each other. And 7.4303 is what we are looking for. 7.567 is the next. 7.9536 maybe later. Do you want something like this? I mean, this high is important. This high is important. What you can do is these highs. This high. The first low. Okay, it is making some sense, but this, okay, this channel's resistance is, I think if it breaches this channel, it will be even brighter for the dollar against the South African rand, and it can extend its gain. So let us see if this channel holds, or let us see if the dollar gains towards 17.9536. Only the time will tell. But yes, we are still buyers in this one, guys. Bitcoin, oh, bravo to the buyers of the Bitcoin. They have extended the gains towards 22,737. Well, there was a pin bar here, although the buying was not very much, but it has already started trading above this resistance of 22,737. Guys, it is important because if it starts moving up from here, it will not be only a vertical cliff, it will also be the last resistance 25,166 before this high we start talking about. So after this breach of 25,166, which is now imminent to be tested, this is now definitely going to be tested 25,166. Now if that is broken, the next level that we are going to talk about is 32,417. So the Bitcoin may start its up move. Let me check the weekly. If it has closed the week above this, no, it has not closed the week above this. The weekly closing was 22,718. And the level was 22,737. So it closed below this. If it closes this week above this one, I think 25,166 will be reached, and next level will be 32,417. So this is a good news for Alice, who is one of our viewers. And also notice that this structure, although it was going down, but it was making something like this. No, just see. Okay, so guys, with this my analysis for today is over. If you have any suggestion or complaints, you can actually do it now. Yeah, we have time, 5 minutes, if you want to ask anything. And if you don't have anything, then I will just conclude this with the hope that you got some idea about the support and the resistance levels that are of interest in the coming hours and days. Please just keep in mind to only risk less than 1% of your capital on any single trade, and expect 3 times of whatever you have risked on any single trade. Okay, and please press the like button if you find this video or webinar useful for you. If you want anything else other than what I'm covering in this webinar, do write me in the suggestions or comment section. Also, you can join the Dukas Copy Forex community where there are so many Forex traders. The links are there in the description. Have a profitable day. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will not be able to attend your webinar. It's all right, MJ, but you can always attend it in the offline mode. I mean, later on, right? You can always check it out. Thank you, Clara, for joining us. Thank you, MJ. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good time.